What you are about to see was documented by Cynthia, who works security at an OXXO convenience store in Mexico, where something extremely strange happened to her. Cynthia had received warnings from previous employees that during the early morning hours, the atmosphere in the store would get heavy. They recommended staying calm should she ever see the ghost of a little girl, which is supposed to haunt this store. Cynthia ended up completely bewildered.
Bueno, supongo que todo sigue igual. Ahí donde está el de los hielos, no me acuerdo si estaba una tarja o algo así, luego estaba el baño. Haz de cuenta que ya ves que cuando llega el pedido de la cerveza, pues lo ponen acá pegado a la puerta. A veces cuando estaba así metiendo cerveza hacia el cuarto frío, salía del baño y se iba al cuarto frío así, la morría, yo así como que, oh, no mames, el chile, espero y no te toque. Pero ahí la vas a ver clarita.
She couldn't believe what she had seen, exactly what she had been warned about earlier. This recording happened unexpectedly after she heard footsteps. Cynthia became convinced that supernatural events occur at the most unexpected moments. But what she didn't know was that this presence probably isn't a little girl, but rather, as mentioned before, this could be a manifestation of a demon. But who can say for sure? A pretty crazy encounter. The following video comes from a babysitter who is recording the girl he's watching while she's playing with her toys. Out of nowhere, the girl tells him she has a doll that moves on its own when playing hide and seek.
When I play hide and seek with my doll, it moves.
You said it moves?
Yeah.
That doll? This doll?
Yeah.
Like you move it, or? What? When does it move?
When I play hide and seek with her.
When you play hide and seek?
Yeah.
Not sure what to do, he lets curiosity take over and decides to play hide and seek with the creepy doll to see for himself if it really moves.
Oh my god. Sadie, you scared me. Don't do that.
The dog comes out of nowhere and scares him, interrupting the hide and seek game before the doll has a chance to move. A little later in the night, after putting the girl to sleep, he captures the dog, growling aggressively at the doll, as if it was sensing something isn't right.
Noticed the dog has been staring at the doll. Looking at it. I'm kind of freaked out right now.
The dog growls at the doll while staring at it intently for a few minutes. We can clearly see that the dog is nervous being in the presence of this doll. A few hours later, in the middle of the night, the babysitter takes a nap when suddenly he hears a noise coming from the living room where the doll is placed. Realizing this, he takes out his phone to record everything, and what he captures is truly terrifying. Mysteriously, one of the toys in the room right next to the doll turns on by itself, but the most terrifying thing is that the doll, which had been in the same position all day, begins to move, lifting its head to look at the babysitter before falling backward and scaring him. He then runs out of there. This spooky experience really scared the man, And we don't know if he'll return to this house to watch the girl again after seeing all this. Creepy. Some believe children have an amazing ability to connect with the spirit world. In some cases, they might even see or talk to the other side. In one video, a father was home alone with his son. The child seems to spot something really strange.
Mama, your mama isn't there. There's no one there.
Mama.
Are you seeing ghosts?
Yes.
In another creepy video shared by Carl Harris, his family was visiting his grandmother in Chicago when his little cousin Daya says something unsettling.
That's the man come to see me tonight.
Who come see you at night?
The man.
What man? What man? Up here?
He did.
The little girl claims that a relative in an old photo on the wall visits her at night. The problem is that person is dead. In fact, the man in the photo died in 2005, more than 14 years before little Daya was born. She never even met the man.
That's the man come to see me tonight.
Who come see you at night?
The man.
What man? What man? Up here?
He did.
Or did she meet his ghost? What do you think? A woman named Jay said she had recently moved into an old house she inherited from her grandfather. She says that since she arrived a few days ago, she's been hearing strange noises. At first, she thought it was just the wooden floor creaking. As she had just moved in, her grandfather's belongings were still in the house. The scary part is that most of these are dolls or old decorations that give Jay a creepy feeling. One night, while working on her computer, she said she saw something out of the corner of her eye.
This thing just moved.
Boy, all the talking head would have been screaming about the Dallas Cowboys and sticking the fork in this organization. So again, kudos to the Cowboys going on the road, give them a good win, and see how they react. But there's a saying in golf, there's no picture of a supercar here down, and you don't care if it's by $5 or something like you just have to get
The door just moved. Are you real? You can do it again. I won't watch.
It was at this moment that Jay realized what she had seen minutes before wasn't her imagination but real. First, a wolf moves on its own several times and the door closes. But the scariest part is how the hand of the creepy doll moves by itself. It's only when Jane films the mirror that it looks like the balloon and the door were trying to protect the doll or stop Jane from seeing it move. So far, Jane hasn't given an update. Could Jane's grandfather's house be haunted by those dolls? Would you sleep in that house? The following video was uploaded in 2012 by Real Ghosts on Film. The user had been experiencing paranormal activity in the forest behind his home for a while now, including disembodied voices, and decided he would try and use a camera to see if he could catch a glimpse at the spirits haunting the woods, which he believes to be the ghost of a young girl. About the video he wrote, "I filmed in the woods behind my house for only 5 minutes before I located the open area where her energy was. I wanted to catch her image. I've seen her several times in the woods but never filmed her until now." On the very far left of the frame, a white spirit suddenly emerges from the bushes and seems to actually skip past the camera. It's hard to see many details of the entity, but the size seems to align with the idea that this could be the spirit of a child. The user also wrote that immediately after capturing this, his battery died and the camera turned off, although he had only been out and filming less than 10 minutes. Do you think the spirit could possibly be responsible for the sudden battery drain? It wouldn't be the first time something like that has occurred, but do you think it's a true ghost capture? Let me know. This video captures the moment when Diana Sudi and her sibling become alarmed at the sight of numerous squad cars arriving beside their property.
Looks like there's another one.
There's another one? Oh, you're right. What the hell is... Here.
Look, I was...
The pair watches as officers gather near a mobile home, with several entering to examine it. Diana mentions later that this dwelling belongs to her parent and is leased to a tenant. The occupant hadn't emerged for roughly 7 days, which prompted law enforcement to perform this wellness assessment.
He's not coming out. The donut chip.
Unfortunately, the authorities discovered the resident had already expired. While shooting this footage, Diana and her sibling weren't aware of the renter's demise. They were merely documenting the unusual activity occurring near their residence. However, upon examining the recording afterward, they noticed something inexplicable.
Right there, right there. Wait, they're going up to Tom's place. So wait, you said the light wasn't off?
Yeah, exactly. And I knew something was going on. Oh, that's a lot of cops.
Holy shit, what the hell? Are they calling something in? Going back over. What was Tom doing?
Is there like an app you can check or something to figure out?
Neither Diana nor her sibling observed the tiny outline visible in their recording. They hold no recollection of witnessing this shadowy form while filming, suggesting it wasn't physically detectable to their vision. Yet it appears on camera. Something definitely materialized and eventually moves behind an officer. Diana believes this might explain why they missed detecting the mysterious silhouette.
That's a lot of cops.
But as unnerving as this seemed, it pales compared to what unfolds days afterward when she assists her parent in examining the mobile home.
Oh. You brought your phone?
Yeah. Hey.
Get ready. Could be a little smelly.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Oh my god. Jeez. Oh my god. What was that?
This choice rapidly becomes regrettable. A deceased avian suddenly tumbles from a storage compartment, giving Diana an immense fright. Beyond this shocking episode with the bird, what she discovers inside leaves her genuinely disturbed and bewildered.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Oh, Jesus. Wait, did this guy have a kid? What is this?
Yeah, this kid died too, like, I don't know, before. A long time ago.
Those small palm impressions on the wall have prevented Diana from ever returning to that mobile home. The connection wasn't immediate, but after sharing the footage with her sibling, they both recognized something disturbing. Reviewing the earlier recording again, she noticed the mysterious form was approximately the height of a youngster. Could they have captured images of the tenant's deceased offspring's presence? For now, it remains an unexplained occurrence. It started like any other night shift, but nothing could prepare these two officers for what they were about to face. Responding to a strange noise reported deep within an old cemetery, with only their flashlights guiding the way. The wind whispered through the trees, and every step between the aging headstones seemed to echo louder than the last. They weren't expecting anything out of the ordinary, but that's when things changed. As they ventured more profoundly, the silence grew suffocating. What could have made that sound? An animal? A prank? Or something worse? Then a blood-curdling scream shattered the stillness. It was raw, haunting, and paralyzing. Perhaps it was just a prank. Guess we will never know. This clip was recorded and shared by Danny Tumia. We have taken a look at some of his previous recordings before, which all have been relatively creepy. Tonight he started a video to talk about his favorite Halloween movies, when he hears a knock towards the left in the hallway. Even his dog seems to have noticed. Then he captures this creepy thing.
Halloween has all my favorite Halloween movies on right now, and this is one of my favorite
Whoa, what is that? What is that? Daryl? Daryl? Daryl?
Many people are unsure what had happened here exactly. Some say it's a negative entity, others say it's just cheap effects, but whatever it was in the end, gave a couple of viewers some really bad nightmares. Who can blame them? The following recordings were documented by user Domadius. The young man just moved into a new apartment and states that recently pretty unusual events started unfolding. Doors moving by themselves and noises out of nowhere. This night he started to film these encounters. In particular, the bathroom seems to be a really curious room.
Is anybody in here? What in the... Hello? I swear you bet. Hello? You better not be pranking me right now. Oh. Guys, you literally will not believe this. I literally just had that door thing happening, and now I have that happening. There is nobody in there, and now I have my lights going on and off when I'm trying to sleep. This is absolutely ridiculous. This has been happening for the past 5 minutes, and like, how is anybody supposed to sleep? What the?
Did something peek out of the bathroom here?
Hello?
A few moments later, the poltergeist activity only intensifies.
Hey guys, just waking up, getting ready for work, and here we go once again. We got this door moving. We got my bathroom door moving. Hey, please stop, spirits. Please. I'm actually, like, honestly scared to go check right now, because what if something's like... Oh my... Oh. Please stop. Please.
But one of the most terrifying encounters was just about to unfold, when Domadius woke up the same night, and yet again heard some strange noises from the bathroom. The following unfolded. There was something standing in front of the closet. People believe that it was a negative shadow entity that likes to play tricks on him in there. How creepy. Late one night in central Alabama, an eerie incident unfolded at a local smoke shop. Jocelyn, working the night shift, was startled by strange noises from the store's back area around 11:30 p.m.
Guys, I'm working by myself and I hear voice in the back.
She spotted something moving mysteriously. Viewers, equally puzzled, urged her to review the security camera footage. Oddly, the moving object failed to appear on the recordings. The night's peculiarities didn't end there. At approximately 4 a.m., with the shop closed and deserted, more inexplicable events occurred. Security footage captured a ladder toppling without any visible cause, followed by a pillow seemingly materializing out of thin air and tumbling down the stairs. These unsettling occurrences left Jocelyn deeply disturbed. So much so, she's considering abandoning her position at the store altogether, unwilling to risk another encounter with these unexplained phenomena. It's a chilling tale that would make anyone question the limits of reality.
So let's go upstairs. That's where, like, we be hearing all kinds of stuff.
It was a slow night on duty when a security guard began reviewing footage from the outside cameras. Nothing unusual, just routine surveillance. But then something strange caught his eye. On the monitor, a faint figure appeared near the gate. And what happened next made him freeze. The figure passed straight through the locked gate, moving as if the barrier didn't exist. The area was brightly lit, every corner visible. But the figure, no shadow, no detail, just a faint shape gliding forward, then fading away. The image was clear and chilling. Even stranger, the motion sensors didn't react. It was like the system couldn't see it. Some call it a reflection, others aren't so sure. And the guard still wonders if that thing wasn't supposed to be there.
The next was posted by another Reddit user named Pandy Lee, and it apparently was a nightly event that woke her up and made her grab her cell phone. She states, "This is me in the video. I'm currently cross-posting it. I was awakened in the middle of the night by something hitting my bed. I was scared and grabbed my phone to record, and I caught something really weird. It is not me who is causing this." Well, let's check her video out then. Well, what was that? A viewer asked, "Is that your foot?" Pandy Lee replies, "How could this be my foot? It's transparent. And I had it under the comforter. It moved super fast and back down. Please tell me how this could be possible." Another user commented, "When I brightened it up and slowed it down, it looked like a fuzzy shadow moving across. So what do you guys think? Is this just an anomaly? Was this all caused by her, accidentally maybe? Or is this a real apparition? Or just a hoax?" This video is another home surveillance clip that was shared by Jonazy Jones. He states, "Canary captures paranormal activity. This is the third video I have of my Canary video security camera capturing ghostly movement in my home while I was out of town. Mind you, no windows are open. No one had been home for a few days and there's no AC or heat on. Everything was off. In the very beginning, there's something that seems to raise past the whole frame, from left to right. Then there's something that floats down from the ceiling. But then there's a larger something that appears from the left and seems to transform into what looks like a figure of a person walking towards the back door of my living room. What are your thoughts?" So, what's your opinion? Is this something rational that can be explained? Maybe just cars that are driving by? Or are we looking at something way more mysterious here?
Tara Rule, who works night security, claims that during her childhood, she lived in a house with supernatural activity. She believes that some mysterious otherworldly presence from that home became connected to her.
I'm going to tell you a ghost story. It's a true ghost story. And I believe that whatever it is has followed me here. And I think that because of this all over my windows.
According to Tara, she frequently discovers all the kitchen storage units wide open without explanation. She mentions her feline companion occasionally appears frightened. However, Tara indicates the eerie occurrences in her living space have recently intensified.
Or two of whatever ghost or paranormal activity has kind of followed me throughout my life. There was one night in particular. This was the night before Thanksgiving. And I'm telling him, like, Lady Gaga commented on one of my videos, and he goes, "Who's there with you?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Who's there with you?" I was like, "No one, why?" And he's like, "Who's that guy talking?" I'm like, "I'm here completely alone, what do you mean?" He's like, "There's a man talking, like, just as loud as you right now." And I was like, "I don't hear anything." And then he said it stopped. So bad news, there's new scratches. Again, these are on the outside of the windows, and I'm on the second floor. You can tell me what you think it says. I don't know what it says, but it looks like it's like 4 letters maybe. Again, this is on the outside of the window, you can see. Second floor. But I'll show you, these are definitely on the outside of the window, because I can wipe and wipe and wipe, and they're 100% on the outside. So these are new. These have, correct me if I'm wrong, okay, just for like reference, right? We had these ones in the kitchen, and then we walked this way, I remember, and I was like, and then there's these ones, and I remember those, and I remember those. All of these little smudgy ones, I don't really remember, but I specifically don't think I remember whatever that is. I could be wrong, we'll have to go back. And those, like, are really intense looking. Look at how you can really tell they're scratches. I don't really remember those. Do you guys remember? You'll have to go back in the videos and let me know. I don't remember those. Oh, wow, it almost looks like the screen is scratched now, too. The only other, like, weird-ish thing to note is I've been hearing, like, loud noises.
As Tara is displaying the newly formed scratches on her glass panes, she inadvertently records one of the kitchen storage units, swinging open completely on its own. Understandably, this leaves her quite disturbed. Currently, Tara Rule continues to witness bizarre incidents in her residence, with additional mysterious gouges appearing on her windows. Now we are looking at an infamous ghost video which was captured in an old hotel. Chances are that you are familiar with this case. The story goes that security was called to check up on a noise complaint coming from room 209. The scary thing is that nobody should have been checked into that room though. And the following are the recordings of the CCTV cameras mounted in the hallways.
It should be 209. John, do you copy? It's room 209. Amy says nobody's checked into that room, and there's reports of screaming coming from that room. Amy, he's on his way down there right now. What's going on, John? There's no one checked into that room. There should be nobody in there. Wait 1 second, John. Amy, are you there? Yeah, John says he hears the screaming coming from that room. And I hear it too. But we're sure that no one's checked into that room. Correct? John, just wait. We're going to get a hold of the police. So, I would wait for the police, John. Amy, John's going to enter the room real quick just to check, make sure, see what's going on. Wait 1.
To everybody's surprise, nobody was found in the room, and besides the ripped up carpet, it left the guard in an extreme state of shock after returning home. To this day, they are certain that something paranormal has unfolded here. I mean, what else could have explained these bone-chilling screams? But another unsettling fact is the ghostly entity seemingly leaving the room shortly after the guard enters. Could this be proof that an actual ghost was ravaging through this hotel room? Many think that this is exactly what we are seeing here,